Let's create a YouTube campaign. And a YouTube campaign is where you show ads to people who are on YouTube, or who are on, you show video ads to people who are on the Google Display Network. And you create that via this option here. Click on the red campaign option. We're on the campaigns tab right now in your AdWords account. Go down here to video, click on video, and let's get started. All right, so you've got three options here. Standard is just a normal video campaign. Mobile app installs is if you're trying to drive installs for your mobile app. Shopping is a pretty advanced feature, but it's where you can actually sync your YouTube campaign with your shopping campaign if you're an e-commerce website, and you can show product ads while people are watching related content on YouTube, which is pretty neat, but not relevant for probably the majority of small businesses. So let's go ahead and name our campaign something. Let's just call it YouTube for now. You can set your budget per day, put a default budget in there, and you can set your delivery method to standard or accelerated, just like you can with any other type of campaign. And for YouTube, I would recommend sticking with standard, at least starting out, until you get a sense for how many impressions you can get, what you're spending. There is such a huge audience on YouTube that typically it's pretty easy to spend your money. Basically, however much money you tell Google to spend, they'll spend it. So you might as well space that out evenly throughout the day, at least until you get a sense for how people are engaging with your videos at different times of the day. Then you can select different networks here. So YouTube search is where you can go to YouTube, and typically there are a couple, if you search for something on YouTube, there may be a couple ads that show up at the very top, recommended videos for you to watch. If you want your video to be included in that, then keep YouTube search selected, and you might as well. I don't know of any reason why you wouldn't want that there. YouTube videos is YouTube videos. It's showing your ads with YouTube videos. That's the main heart of the campaign. And then including video partners, that's where the display network comes in. It extends the reach of your video. So there are other websites, a part of the Google Display Network, which also show videos on their websites, and I'm sure you've seen many of those. And if you want your videos to be included in that, then keep this selected. Probably it's fine to start with this selected starting out, and then maybe take a look once you start running your campaign and see how each of these performs, and then maybe you can turn off one or the other if you see poor performance compared to the other network type. Just like with all the other campaigns, set your location to whatever geographic area you want to target, set your language, and then set your devices, whether or not you want a mobile bit adjustment or mobile bit adjustment or decrease for mobile devices. You can set that there. Let's get rid of that. You can schedule your ads, hours of the day, days of the week, and add delivery here. This is ad rotation, so this is how you want to optimize and rotate your ads. And this is going to depend upon your goals. YouTube campaigns are not great drivers of conversions. Most people are going to watch, most people who do watch the ads on YouTube or see the ads on YouTube aren't immediately going to go to your website and make a conversion because they're not in that frame of mind. So optimizing for conversions is typically not going to be what I recommend. Optimizing for views is a fine option to use. Typically, views are what you want from a YouTube campaign. Or you can rotate your ads evenly so that you can see which one is winning without relying on Google's algorithms itself, and then you can make manual adjustments to decide which ads are the winners, which ads are the losers, and so forth. That's also a fine strategy. It does take more work, though. Frequency capping, definitely take a look at this. You don't want to drive your viewers insane by seeing your ad over and over and over again. You've probably experienced that yourself by other advertisers who aren't using frequency caps. So you can limit this campaign to however many impressions you select per day or per week or per month, etc. I wouldn't show ads more than 7 times per day typically to people on YouTube, and you may want to do a lot fewer than that. Just think of it as if you were seeing someone else's ads, and figure out how many times you would get bored or angry with a brand for showing you their video, and then don't show it more often than that. And same thing for views. So an impression is where someone sees or has the option to view your ad, but views are actually people watching your ad. So you can set a frequency cap for both of those or for either of those. And then you can exclude different types of content, which they've already have mature, not yet labeled content automatically selected. But you could also exclude games, live streaming videos, etc., depending upon what content you do or don't want your ads to be associated with. Then let's save and continue here and move forward. And then you create an ad group. Let's just call it YouTube. And then you find your video ad on YouTube. In order to run a YouTube campaign, you need to have a video ad which is hosted on YouTube. And you could paste the URL from YouTube here or search for it in this box and select the URL and move forward. Then you can set your maximum cost per view. That's what CPV stands for, cost per view. It's the highest price you're willing to bid for someone to view your video when it's run as an ad. Typically, cost per view, it's going to depend a little bit on who you're targeting, where in the country you're targeting, but 7 to 8 cents per view is not bad. You can get cheaper than that depending on who you're targeting. If you want to go with a 10 cent max cost per view starting out, just figure out kind of where things shake out, where the water level is for your account, that's fine. I wouldn't set the maximum CPV much higher than 10 cents starting out. You can always adjust that later. And then you can also add a bid adjustment for popular videos. So if you want your ad to be more likely to show with popular videos, then you can bid more for that. And that's actually, I think, a pretty new feature, which is very nice. I like that feature. Google is always adding new features and sometimes taking them away. So always trying to stay on top of them. Demographics are hugely important. You want to only show your ads to relevant people. So if you are selling something with a high price point, maybe you don't want to go after 18 to 24-year-olds, or if you're selling something that's gender specific, don't go after the opposite gender. If you're selling something for parents, don't target not a parent, so forth and so on. Pretty straightforward. Then other targeting options are interests. And you can see here, this is very similar to the options in the display network, and these are based upon what Google thinks these people are interested in from their browsing history, from their search history, from their watching history on YouTube, so forth and so on. These are affinity audiences. There's also in-market audiences, and you can create custom affinity audiences, which are pretty advanced, but you can kind of build your own audience based upon some different data. You can search for placement URLs or related terms or phrases or whatnot in here, and then combine things together over here. Let's cancel out of that. Other targeting options, you can target keywords, so content that contains keywords related to your video. Obviously, there aren't a lot of keywords on YouTube. Most of it's video content, but there are descriptions of videos, and there are people searching YouTube, so you could try keywords as an option for targeting. Other options, get rid of that. Placements, you can target specific videos. You can add the URL of the channel or the video or the website if you're doing the third-party website network, and try and target specific videos on YouTube. That's where you do that. You can do remarketing. So this can be very effective. Obviously, if someone has been to your website and then they're looking at YouTube later on, you can show them your ad, which is a super reminder to come back and make a purchase or conversion, whatever you want them to come back and do. Let's cancel that. And then topics. You can go after videos that are in specific topics. And here's a tip for you. Arts and entertainment is the first option that shows up when people upload their ads to video, when they upload their videos to YouTube. And so a lot of people just select the first option that comes to mind. So a lot of the ads in the arts and entertainment topic don't actually have anything to do. A lot of the videos in the arts and entertainment topic don't have anything to do with arts and entertainment. So as a best practice, I would not recommend that you target that topic. It's one of those advanced things that you learn from Google, which is pretty helpful and not very intuitive starting out. And those are the options, and then we could save the ad group. Let's just go ahead and, for the purpose of this test, let's pick something. And go ahead and save that. And set a max CPC here, 10 cents. Save ad group. Alright, then you can choose your ad formats. So in-stream ad formats are videos or your ads that show within videos on YouTube. In-display ad formats are what you could see as image ads up on the top right of the watch page on YouTube. Right now, let's say we're showing a video ad, so we're going to use the in-stream ad format here. And we'll save the ad group. What we haven't done is actually added a YouTube URL, so we won't have an actual video or ad in here. But the way it works is you can create an ad. So you would put in your video ad, and then moving forward, you could create a headline, you could create a call to action overlay that drives people to your website, so forth and so on. And that's the ads tab. The videos tab is going to list the different videos. If you have more than one video, different videos that you're targeting or that you're showing on YouTube. And then this video targeting tab here is where you can change your targeting settings, demographics, interests for marketing, so forth and so on. You could exclude specific age ranges here, or you could set bid adjustments for them. Same thing for gender, same thing for parental status, and so forth and so on. And then settings is, let's go here. This is where you can kind of tweak your settings for your ad group. And that's it. Let's go back up to the campaign level here, and you can see you've got a YouTube campaign, and you are ready to go.